I mean, 20, 30 years ago, you made fun of him because he was talking to trees. Well, hello, now it's like the thing to do.
What would you say to young people who might not see the merit in the royal family?
They should do the Duke of Edinburgh program.
Most countries that no longer have royal families regret it.
Are you happy with Queen Camilla?
No.
No.
We'll never lose our monarchy, ever.
Talk me through the hat.
Okay. Well, I had just I was looking for a hat because I made one for the Jubilee, but that's not going to work. So I got a sun hat, but it had a bigger brim, so I cut it off, and then I just used my glue gun, and I got glitter and flags, and Camilla and Charles, you can wind them up, they can walk, but they're glue gunned on. I got the Union Jack scarf.
He's looking here, isn't he?
Oh, I know, but he likes to play polo, and he loves his. Well, I had one of him gardening. I must have come off. But he loves his kilt for when he goes up to Balmoral in the summertime. And I got a dollhouse chair and covered it with gold glitter. And then I had a picture of him opening Parliament with his mother and cut it out and put it on there. And I don't know. Here it goes. So this is my beautiful. Now where is he?
Yeah, you're front and centre.
Am I front?
You
Okay.
were indeed.
There we go.
That is fantastic.
What do you think? You like it?
A lot of people in 2023 might think that having a monarchy is quite outdated. Why do you think it's important that we're celebrating things like the coronation today?
Okay, so to those people, get a life. For me, it's about tradition, and we've had a royal family going back centuries, and I just think that it's too much now about changing what is our history. We can't change it. Let's embrace it, let's enjoy it, and God save the King.
Will you be swearing your allegiance to the new king?
Absolutely, because the new king, I'm not just saying it because out of ritual or respect for him, but more than that, he's done some work in terms of the preservation of the planet. He's contributed when nobody thought of ecology. He really pumped his energy and effort into climate warming, global warming. And so I'm not just showing allegiance because I have to, but I know he deserves it. He's worked for it. And he's been consistent in what he's believed. He's always thought in terms of generations. Politicians think in terms of 4 years so that I can win again. So he's done so many things that are incredible.
Will you be swearing your allegiance to the king come coronation?
Well, I'm living here in England, so you have to do what you have to do, so I will.
And will you be happy about that?
Yeah, I will be happy.
A lot of countries have got rid of no longer had royal families and things like that, and most countries that no longer have royal families regret it after it's happened. And when countries become republics, countries like all over the world really do regret it, because it brings continuity and it brings stability to the country. At times of sorrow, at times of joy, we all come together as a country, and I think a lot of other countries think that's amazing, and why should they have that?
Are you worried that perhaps maybe we're entering into a period of time where there are more Republicans and less monarchists?
Oh, I don't think so. After Kate and William came to Cardiff, Wales, it was just magnificent. Everybody turned out. They came to Aberfan. They brought pizza out to people, just magnificent. They've been going for 1,000 years. And the popularity of the Queen, the late Queen, we'll never lose our monarchy, ever.
What would you say to young people who might not see the merit in the royal family?
They should do the Duke of Edinburgh program. They will instantly see the connection, because when you get to the gold, you get a special invite to come to the Buckingham Palace and then meet the king and meet the queen, and they interact with you at a very personal level. The students I have taken on the Duke of Edinburgh award, when they come back from the palace, they walk on air. It's as if, oh, I'm somebody. Do you know the king spoke to me, or do you know the queen spoke to me? So if you're young, please do not let your talent be bad. I would tell you, try the Duke of Edinburgh award, and you probably change your mind about what some section of the newspaper say about monarchy.
There was a survey out just the other day that said 4 in 10 young people would prefer an elected head of state than having a king.
Right.
But you come from a country where you do have an elected head of state.
Right.
Would you advise that we went that way too?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you probably will within the next 100 years. I think you will, but I mean, he's not really, I mean, he really is, he is a figurehead. It's not like he really has any say in anything. He can tell people what maybe he prefers, you know, what he thinks is the best, but people don't really, he doesn't make the laws, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think it's fine the way it is. But I think that, you know, the younger people, they think of the cost of it. I think that's what they're thinking of, is more the cost. And you know, I always say, well, you know, it brings tourism into this country and this, that, and the other thing. But I don't know. You know, you got both sides of the coin there.
President Biden, he admires President Kennedy. Yes, that's great. But it's not the same as they're actually blood relations, and even when it has been distant a bit more, there's still those connections where someone will say that's Queen Elizabeth's I have a great relationship with Queen Elizabeth II, her grandson Prince William's coming, make sure you look after him and things like that.
There might be a protest. How do you feel about that?
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, this is one of the happiest days in your nation's history. It's like, you know, just leave it alone for a day. Just go away for a day. You know, just give it to him and let him have the glory and the adoration of the public, and you know, it's just going to be such a joyful day. He's worked so hard his whole life to get to this point, and don't ruin it for him. You know, I just feel, I know people they want to have their say, they want you to know about their organization, but you know, stay down in Parliament Square, do it quietly, don't jump into the parade route, don't be throwing anything. That's I think that people would think less of them than if they didn't do it.
At the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I don't think that it's appropriate to do it if they're planning on doing it on the day of the coronation. They can choose any other day, but let's let the country celebrate. We've had tough years, and you know, it's just nice to actually be able to celebrate something in unison. So, you know, please stay away. Don't come on that day.
There is talk of people turning up, not my king, but the police are very vigilant here. They're down every 2 minutes. I don't think they'd cause me any injury, grievous bodily harm, but they might try to jump the barriers, which they've done before. But everybody's in good spirits here, you know. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion and free speech, as long as they don't harm anyone, injure anyone, you know.
Are you happy with Queen Camilla?
No.
No. Would you have preferred Diana?
Oh my God, millions, yeah.
Do you think Diana would give the coronation her blessing?
Yes, I think so, yeah. I do.
I bet Diana might have been more popular with the people.
Yes, she's for the people. Yeah, I love Diana.
What do you think about Queen Camilla? Are you excited?
I'm excited. I mean, nobody was a bigger fan of Diana than I was. Loved Diana. And for many years, I was not happy with Camilla. I just felt if she had stayed away that, you know, maybe the marriage would have worked. I mean, years ago, she came, you know, before she was married, you know, after the divorce, she came to New York, and I was the only one who picketed. He was really very, he lost his self-confidence, I think, during the Diana years, and he's gained it back. Camilla, you know, makes him feel very secure in himself. You know, she's always a step behind him. She's not taking away, you know, the spotlight. And they look at each other, and you can tell there's just love in their eyes. They really, really do love each other. So who am I to say? Who is anybody to say? You know, she'll be a good. I mean, she'll be fine. She'll be a good queen consort.
I was 13 when my mummy died in 2003, and Harry was 12, going on 13 when his mummy died. And my love started with Diana, and it grew with William and Harry, and I sort of had an affinity because of my loss and their loss. I sort of connected the two losses, and that grew to loving the late Queen and the royal family, getting into the royal history and everything else. And I think because of that, it's just broke my heart even more because I just seen them so close, William and Harry, and always felt this connection with them. And for that connection to be broke in any way, it's just broke. I just don't want to believe it, and I just want them both to be happy, and I would love just Diana looking down and saying, both my sons are settled, they both got wives, they both got children, they're happy. And I think that's all she wanted for them.
What is it that you love about the royal family?
Well, with the royal family, what I must say, you know, I just like to say they're unique. There are some unique people. Might be I don't get friendly like near to go to them, but I just like them, especially Miss Queen that died.
Do you think that Prince Andrew might have affected the family brand?
I don't know.
What would you say to King Charles if you had the chance?
You're going to shake up the world.